Hello, my name is Kim Sauer at SMTAI in Chicago. I'm here with Rob DiMatteo from BTU. Rob, thank you very much for talking to us today. We're here at your booth, a very busy show at the moment. Tell us, what's the word on the street? What's going on in the world of thermal processing?
Well, I think for BTU in general, business has picked up quite a bit for us in the U.S. and the Americas in general. We're seeing a lot of that being driven from the automotive industry doing very well these days, and also some medical applications, and new customers adding additional lines, and some replacement business as well. So things are looking very positive in the oven world these days at BTU.
Okay, and what are the needs? What are the customers really asking from their processes?
Right
and
now,
what do you have to sort of answer those needs?
Sure. Right now, most of our customers are looking for improvements in their process. Anything we can do to help reduce changeover times. A lot of the customers in the U.S. do multiple changeovers, multiple products on the same line. So decreasing the amount of time it takes to change that equipment over to run the next product is key. We've had some improvements there that we've done for our customers to reduce that time significantly, and it leads to improved uptime and lower cost of ownership for them.
So lower cost of ownership is a big keyword then for them.
That's a key driver right now for us in terms of the equipment usage. On the power side of things, we've introduced a new energy pilot that allows us to put our oven into three different modes of operation to save power. One would be a sleep mode, a hibernate mode, and then an idle mode. And with each level of idling the oven down, we can save power anywhere from 20 to 40+% in the operating cost. And these days, right now, power consumption is a big concern for everybody out there that's running equipment these days. So being able to put the oven in an idle mode when they're doing the shift changeover or doing a product changeover is key to saving some power. On the initial startup part of the equipment, we can also put the oven into what we call a soft start. So we can reduce the customer's requirements for the incoming facility power, which will save them costs on the facility side as well.
So that's clearly a cost saving, but the environmental sort of green side of that, is that high up on their agenda as well? And that,
I think so. I think moving forward, they're going to be utilizing less power in their factory. They could put more equipment. Many of these installations we see, the customer may be limited in how much power they can bring into the building or what voltages they have available. So for us to be able to be flexible and reduce the power consumption on the equipment is key to getting into some of these smaller and even mid-sized tier customers that we deal with.
Mm-hmm. So is that driven by the person that's actually running the oven, or are you looking for a stage where the machines before the oven are going to communicate with the oven and then reduce the power cycle that way?
Right. The way we've implemented the different modes of sleeping or hibernating for our equipment is that it is driven off of a SMTAI signal. So you would want a photocell on the front of the line that would sense the product coming down. So the oven will communicate with the other pieces of equipment to say, okay, now I'm back up, I'm running my production. Put the oven, take it out of the sleep or hibernate mode and get it back into the ready condition, the recipe that I'm running, that I need to run for my product, without ever impacting the production time. So it is key to put the sensor to detect when the customer is running product versus when they're not running product, so you can put that in a sleep mode. We do a very similar feature, we have done a very similar feature on the nitrogen consumption side of the business as well. That is a very large consumable cost for our customers that do run nitrogen, and we've been able to bring the oven into an idle mode to reduce the nitrogen consumption by 40 and sometimes 50% versus when you're running product and you need the full consumption there.
Mm-hmm. And the software behind that must be dealing with a lot of data and a lot of information. There's this buzzword, Industry 4.0, the Internet of Everything. That sort of feeds into that level of thinking and that concept.
Right. This is both the nitrogen consumption and the energy pilot, the reduction in power consumption, are both done by our software. We use an in-house control that was designed specifically for BTU by our software engineers. We actually use it across all of our platforms, so it's a great tool for us to be able to add these type of enhancements without having to add additional hardware to the equipment. In fact, the energy pilot is now a standard feature on the BTU equipment, so there's no additional cost with customers purchasing new equipment, which of course is key these days as well.
Sure. Last question about the market here. We're in Chicago. SMTAI is quite a small show in itself, but a very important visitor base that comes here. So what are your thoughts about the show and what's the feedback?
Well, I think for us it is a smaller show, no doubt, and you can see that by we do not typically bring equipment to this show, but we do want to be here and have our presence felt here at BTU. We feel we can meet with a number of customers. Some of them we already do business with. Hopefully others we will do business with. So it's an important show for us. We also participate in the technical side. We have a process engineer that presented a course earlier this week. So we try to participate as much as we can and get as much out of the show as we can.
Perfect. Well, good luck with the rest of the show, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.